This is Doom. We're on Xbox Series X taking a look at this 2016, I guess you could say, is to some degree, reboot of the Doom franchise. It really kicked off what has now been two really spectacular games between this and Doom Eternal. So yeah, what we're getting here is actually kind of interesting, and I had totally forgot that this was a thing. Yeah, this one actually did have an Xbox One X enhancement with a dynamic resolution scaling, so we should actually be getting, you know, a native 4K image most of the time within this game at 60 FPS with HDR support. And yeah, it looks really clean and wonderful, because I think the last time I actually played this was on the Nintendo Switch, which obviously it's very, very rough on that platform if you've you know, never played it on there. It looks like some kind of weird disfigured and discolored soup. So yeah, it's kind of cool to be on here taking a look at the game. So obviously we've got a story component to it, and then we've got a multiplayer that I thought was spectacular, and I was very disappointed that we didn't get to enjoy that when we played Doom Eternal. They left the multiplayer behind, which I thought personally was a bit of a big shame. So we're doing also the additional mode, which is called the arcade, where you can kind of do runs of particular areas of levels in order to, I don't know, kind of get a slice of life. And I also thought that might be easier than jumping into a campaign portion of the experience, since it's just like a faster kind of showcase of what the game has to offer. Why am I not thinking? There we go. Yep, this is it. So yeah, Doom 2016. It's kind of intense. You get in the suit, you're out of the slab, you're fighting demons, you're smashing things. There's story, but I mean, the gist of it is you're absolutely going like a maniac against the demon populace on Mars, and absolutely annihilating every single thing that even attempts to particularly get in your way while you are experiencing what this world has to offer. The areas are linear, you know, but they're decently expansive in terms of feeling like you've given a decent sense of scope and freedom in how you are moving through them, which is kind of exciting, and then you absolutely just kind of smash things. So with that, I think it might be smart to show off a different level so that you can see more of the fun tools that are available to you to absolutely eviscerate the various demons and creatures that are daring to get in your way. I should also mention that in the game you are able to enjoy far faster loading through the Series X. Like, it's basically instant. I don't think it was very long before, but you know, obviously it's a nice feature to have, right? The fact that you can just get in there so quickly. But yeah, wide range of monsters that you absolutely want to eviscerate as you run about trying to, I don't know if survive is the right word to say, but save the human population here. I don't know if that's even really necessarily your goal. I know it is when you're playing Eternal, that's for sure. I highly suggest playing Eternal as well, since that one is a blast. But what we're mostly doing right now is trying to show off a wide range of the different weapons that are present to you in the game, because guns and stuff are fun in this series. You just get some really cool options for absolutely eviscerating the creatures that are trying to cause problems for you. But it's a game that's based around a sort of classic style of shooter, in the sense that you need to keep killing in order to be successful and not absolutely die, which is probably what's going to happen here. Okay. Because that's how you sort of improve your health and everything like that, is, you know, constantly just absolutely destroying everything. I kind of want to unleash the chainsaw against something fun. I'm insufficient fuel, no. But yeah, it's just kind of crazy, and then, you know, you've got that intense music going on in the background as you're smashing in skulls and ripping off limbs and causing problems for every alien species. Well, they're not aliens, sorry. They you know, they look like aliens. I could say in my mental capacity to some degree that I think of them as being aliens. But yeah, they're demon monsters that need to absolutely get destroyed the whole time through, which is fun. It's just kind of absolutely crazy, right? I mean, look at this kind of mayhem. Oh, there we go. I don't know, it's just kind of insanely fun to play. I think, you know, most people that jump into this one have a really good time with it. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Oh, ooh, until you get slaughtered as the Doomslayer. Because nobody wants to die as the Doomslayer. It's kind of embarrassing, to be honest. But you know what? Sometimes that's just the way things go, as you want to battle back against the various creatures and enemies that you have to deal with in a variety of neat environments. But you feel pretty tough. The fun of it is the fact that you kind of go through the rooms and you're experiencing little bits of story, little bits of challenge, figuring out what exactly you need to do in order to be effective against the plethora of different demonic presences that are here trying to prevent you from having a really good time and reuniting with your bunny. It's real lore, I tell you. And yeah, those melee hits are really quite satisfying. It's kind of crazy, to be honest. You are not dying, and that is hurting my feelings. Oh, now you're dead. I don't know, you just get a wide range of good tools to kind of unleash against these various foes that kind of try to get in your way. I mean, it looks absolutely gorgeous, doesn't it? I don't know. I think it's kind of beautiful of a game, just in terms of the visual aesthetic of it and what they were doing with the particular title. Oh, what the heck? You need to get out of there. You are causing problems. And then you get all these creatures trying to be an issue for you. Ugh. These intense cinematic moments really get you in there. Oh yes, the classic event style scenes, because this guy would totally fit into event fine. That makes sense. Anyways, oh geez, what are we doing here? Oh, we are walking through a room where we need to kill things. You're basically going like room to room, absolutely smashing and demolishing the creatures that are pitifully trying to prevent my progression. People need to die, and it feels like really fast and smooth. For some reason, it doesn't necessarily feel as fast as Doom Eternal, but I think that's honestly because they've just amped that one to like the highest degree of speed that's possible. See, I guess forgot you gotta rip out some weird eye things. Also, I should mention, you know, there are some like secret type things that you might come across while you're playing, hidden little surprises. Those are always exciting to see. And then the arcade mode, obviously, if you haven't noticed all of the countdown timer type things, you've got scores that you're working towards getting. So that's kind of, you know, a little fun extra to work towards that aspect of it too. If you need a little bit more challenge, if you haven't had enough fun playing Doom already, you just go and you whip through this particular mode, enjoying it. Like that. This is just really fast-paced, isn't it? It's pretty smooth, right? And we'll remove that guy. We'll remove you from play. And then I think with that, it's probably a pretty good time to hop into the multiplayer, where I'm hoping we're going to be able to find a decent selection of people to play against for a fun time, because honestly, the multiplayer, this is really enjoyable. You get to be some cool creatures and stuff like that. Well, some of the, you know, the monsters and the foes that you like fighting in this one that are a good threat, you know, you get to enjoy those while you're going around in the multiplayer. And wow, I can kill a lot of things as I'm trying to wrap up what I'm specifically doing. This game is like shockingly intense at that, if you know what I mean. Like, that's crazy. Now give me that thing. Ooh, haste. Oh, I forgot about haste in this stuff. Gonna go even more turbo in that. It's kind of crazy. Anyways, yeah, let's jump into that multiplayer. Let's see what Doom's got to give for that nowadays. So this is the multiplayer portion of the game. There's a couple different options. You can do like a deathmatch situation, or you can do like a team play. I like team play because you're working together doing objectives. They have a wide range of different objectives you're doing, and you just get to use a wide range of weapons to annihilate people. And I am not used to the fast-paced action of this one, because it can get really nuts to play as you're going around doing stuff. Okay, wow, yeah, it's kind of wild. And like I said, I had a lot of fun playing this with friends. There's also like a snap maps thing where you can like make maps. I think that's kind of cool. It's definitely something a little bit different. And yeah, I think you're just like taking chunks out of people. I'm so used to games where you reload nowadays when it comes to the multiplayer. So it's kind of just wild to be back in this one, needless to say. Especially since you actually have to collect, you know, health and everything like that in the environment, instead of just necessarily having it handed to you, which is kind of cool. Oh yeah, this one... This isn't the particular thing, I don't think, but they've got like these ones where there's like these rotating platform areas that you can kind of do. Oh, do we have a giant creature thingy over there? That's exciting. Really, really fast-paced action. That's for sure. And yeah, it was one of the weird ones where I had like a bunch of friends that actually really enjoyed like playing this, because it's not easy to get games where everyone that you know kind of is like, oh yeah, this is awesome. So it's nice that this was one of those ones, because it was like, you know, it's not really serious, and I think that's kind of cool. But we'll jump into another lobby here. So yeah, we jumped into another match here, and like I was saying, the stat mapping is actually kind of cool just for the creation. And I think it's just sort of weird that they didn't continue this multiplayer. I'm assuming it wasn't necessarily as popular as they were hoping for when it came to adding it to Doom. And honestly, that just, to me, feels like the biggest shame, because this is, you know, such a well done and unique type of fast-paced multiplayer action. And it would be cool if they, you know, tried it again in a future Doom title, maybe did like a free-to-play spin-off of it or something like that. I mean, we do have like Quick Champions, but we're not, you know, seeing that available on the console platforms. I don't really like this particular mode though. It's a bit weird. It's like doing a ball-based thing. I don't know. It's just kind of odd. But yeah, I think they did do a really good job of doing different game modes, which was different, you know, because like a lot of shooters do like the same generic modes, and they've got the essentials with the deathmatch and all that, but this one at least tried to do something a little bit more unique with its platform in regards to the style of play, and I think that's kind of fun. Yeah, the Infernal Run just really is a weird like break in trying to keep like the action flowing, if that's what you kind of get what I'm saying. Jeez, what I mean, but yeah, because every other part of Doom is about moving really fast, and this one is about doing that in like almost bursts instead of like a continuous action. It just like has these weirdest gap points that I don't necessarily think make the most sense for what this particular experience is like. Yeah, and we're just kind of rolling through there. I need ammo. It's not good. Oh, we're at the end of the round anyways, so we'll keep on rolling. Yeah, it's just kind of neat. And then there's like this high level of customization that's present within the game that I think is really cool too. You know, you can really, really customize and personalize your various like your Doom character. You know, you can have all of these cool armor designs and colors and little tiny kinds of details. It just, like, again, it feels like a big waste not seeing it return Doom Eternal. I know a lot of people were like Doom Eternal is amazing by itself. I'm not saying it, like, hurts the experience by not having it. I'm just saying it could have been really cool to have that as part of the experience. For me, that would have been a benefit to keep playing Doom Eternal even more after, you know, kind of doing the initial completion on that one. Because it's just, to me, kind of a bit of a shame. No, I fell into the thing because I kind of hit that guy. Not cool at all. But yeah, this is just like the weirdest back and forth thing. And I want to say the map design in this is actually really good and creative. Like, it looks really cool, really messed up, kind of grim too. But yeah, just imagine what kind of weird Doom Eternal maps they would have had. Just like the most like messed up places. And it's weird that they can balance like all of these crazy guns, I think, you know, inside of like a multiplayer for this type of game. It really shouldn't work as well as it does, considering you just like straight up spawn with the rocket launcher, even though there's like a far greater range of different weapons you can use along the way. Good score, guys. Good job, everybody. Nice teamwork out there. Yeah, it's enjoyable. It's the biggest thing. It's like, I really like this multiplayer experience, even in a mode right here where I don't necessarily love it. I think it offers just such very neat combat styles of play. It's just really cool to take in. Okay, there's a lot of guys right there, and you can just like absolutely crunch people too. That's the big thing, right? It's not only like the sense of like killing folks and battling in these grim places, but also that you could just like literally you're tearing them apart with the rocket shots and that. Like, they're actually just like getting like smashed to bits, which is kind of cool. It's like a very gruesome, fast-paced, particle-filled level of mayhem that you don't see in a lot of titles. And again, like, kind of talking about the Quake aspect of it, Quake Champions, I would love to see that ported to consoles, and I hope that's the case now that it's under the Xbox brand and everything like that, or it will be. So that's kind of, I don't know, it's really exciting to me to see that become a possibility, because I think that game is pretty awesome too, and it feels very, very similar to this one, gameplay-wise, which I think is kind of neat to talk about. Nice. Lady died down there with the ball. It's like a twisted version of Oddball. Yeah, that's just crazy. I don't know, I really like what they did with this one. I'm very curious what other people think about the multiplayer too, because everybody I talked to when we were playing it, you know, when it was, I think when it was added to Game Pass or something like that, we all checked it out. We were like, oh wow, this is really quite awesome. And I was like, yeah, this is so surprisingly well done. Oh, that was a bad death there. Did I actually get that guy there with the mine thing? Huh. That's kind of cool. Well, it was actually taking longer than I thought it would. The first couple of rounds were like really, really fast, and now we're sort of actually really rolling with this one. But yeah, it's neat. And it's weird that so many games did this weird kind of like ball type mode too. I never quite necessarily got the full appeal of doing like a ball type mode to this degree, but I know it's been a popular thing in a lot of games too, because I think COD has one, I know Halo has one. Jeez, ooh. Definitely some wild stuff going on here. And then that, like, it's just like the weirdest mix of old school shooter with modern designs and stuff. It just works so well for it. I don't know, I have a blast playing this. That's mainly what I've been repeating, but it's just crazy fast, and you know, you're just trying to like keep up with the action, and it's cool in that degree, right? Like, it's not trying to be anything too crazy, it's trying to be its own thing, and it's vibing, and it's working for what this is. And it's nice to see that other people are still jumping into this one, because yeah, it's definitely a worthwhile time. Like, look at the detail in these environments and stuff. It's nuts. It looks so weird and cool. Then you also gotta grab all these like health things, oh jeez, and ammo types. Yeah, you don't get that in too many games, especially not shooters these days. But anyways, that about sums it up with Doom Eternal. Or Doom Eternal. Sums it up. Tell Doom Eternal, I guess I should say instead. You know, tell you go and play Doom Eternal, which you should if you've not played it after watching this one or anything like that. But yeah, that's Doom 2016. I think they did some wonderful things with it across the experience, from the single player to the multiplayer. Yeah, fun game.